Welcome back. Right, today I'm going to introduce you to a way to greatly increase the number of pull-ups you can do in a matter of weeks. I really want to put a lot of focus on helping you, lovely people, out with these videos, of course throwing in my training clips as well. And with this video in particular, I'm really talking from experience. So this is a program that I've used in the past to great success. It took my pull-up numbers all the way up from 8 to 15. And I'm now reintroducing this into my training with the hopeful intention of getting them up from 15 to 22 to 25 or wherever I plateau. It's also great for hypertrophy, i.e. gaining muscle mass. I used to have really minimal amounts of back muscle, and now, as a lot of you know, I can fly.
I'm just kidding, but seriously.
Before we start, I would recommend this routine to anyone who can do upwards of 5 consecutive good form pull-ups. If you're not quite at that level yet, don't worry at all. Subscribe below because the first tutorial video that I'm going to be making, hopefully very soon, is going to be aimed towards helping you achieve that very first rep. A topic which I think is missing a few crucial angles in most of the tutorials already out there. But if you're an eager beaver and want to get started straight away, I've put a link in the description to a very good pull-up tutorial from Strength Project. So without further ado, let me introduce this program that's going to really add some rocket fuel to your pull-up numbers. The Armstrong Pullup program was created by Major Charles Lewis Armstrong, a Marine who used this training method as preparation to attempt to set a pull-up world record. It comprises 5 consecutive training days, followed by 2 consecutive rest days each week. On every training day, as a warm-up, you should perform 3 sets of max push-ups. Now, the reason for this is to build up strength in your shoulder girdle. Push-ups are an excellent exercise to strengthen your anterior deltoids, chest and triceps. So while not directly working the same muscles as pull-ups, it ensures a good balance of strength building to follow. On day 1, you complete 5 sets of the maximum number of good form pull-ups you can perform. Importantly, you must take a strict 90-second rest period in between sets. This gives your central nervous system adequate time to recover for the next set while keeping the muscles overloaded. On day 2, you perform a pyramid set, taking 10 seconds rest per rep in the last set. So do 1 rep, then rest 10 seconds, 2 reps, rest 20 seconds, 3 reps, rest 30, and so on until you fail a set. Then do 1 more maximum effort set. Pyramids are a great way of tricking your body into doing more total reps than you might expect. Day 3 switches up a bit. You're going to perform 9 training sets in total, with 3 different grips, 3 sets with standard palms over pull-ups, 3 sets with close grip palms under chin-ups, and 3 sets with wide grip palms over pull-ups. Now, a training set is just an arbitrary fixed amount of reps that you choose. Naturally, you want a number that allows you to complete exactly 9 sets with 60 seconds rest in between. The first time you try this, you're not going to have a clue what your training set is, so I made this formula to help you out. Just plug in the number of reps you did on your pyramid set from day 2, divide by 9 and round down. So if you completed up to and including 5 reps in your pyramid set the day before, and then you failed on 6 and got 4 reps, and then did a final maximum effort set and got 1 rep, that would be a total of 20 reps, divided by 9 and round down, and you've got 2 reps per training set. Now if you complete all 9 training sets, you raise the number of reps in your training set by 1 for the next day. And if you're way off, just lower it until you find the right number, otherwise keep it as is. It's much better to complete the 9 sets with 1 rep per set than it would be to fail in the 4th set with 4 reps per set, so respect your limits here. So when I got home on day 4, my mate messaged me saying that he had free Kygo tickets in like an hour's time. So aside from counting my lucky stars, I couldn't let it get in the way of training day 4, which is to perform as many training sets as possible with 60 seconds rest in between each set. Nor could I let training get in the way of pre-drinking. I started with training sets of 5 reps on day 3, got my 9 sets, so I increased it to 6 for this day. I think Kygo hype powered me up because I smashed through 10 sets, which meant I could up my training set reps by 1 again for next week. What a nice reward! Finally, on training day 5, you repeat the day you found to be the hardest. So while watching my set here, I just want to run through the reason why the Armstrong Pullup program is so effective. Basically, to build strength, you need 3 things. Intensity.
Do it! Just do it!
You need to make the routine hard enough to stimulate and overload your muscles, which this program achieves with strict rest times and a hefty number of sets. Secondly, consistency. With the 5 consecutive training days, there's no room to slack off here. And lastly, variation. This is mainly to prevent plateaus. Muscles are an insatiable mistress. If you do the same thing repeatedly, they cotton onto it and refuse to develop further. I see what you're doing there, mate. You're just doing the same stuff over and over again, aren't you? Well, tough shit, because I'm going to plateau. When choosing which day to repeat, because I keep track of all my workouts in this lovely little spreadsheet, Ever the Analyst, link in the description if you want to check that out, I just repeat the day where I got the least total reps and try to one-up that number. Also, if you ever get to the point where you just can't do any more pull-ups in your remaining sets, don't give up. Do negatives. Jump up to the bar or use a chair to help you up, and then lower yourself slowly and controlled and repeat. Put in the work, because on days 6 and 7 you finally get some well-deserved rest. Now, just before I sign off on the Armstrong section, here's an insight into my biggest failure of the week. I thought, I know it's called the Armstrong Program, but what if I do it for push-ups too? In theory, not a bad shout, but you have to make some variations. As you can see here, I started my pyramid set on day 2, all going well, having a little jig to pass the time because I'm a freaking idiot. But where's the fail here, I hear you cry? 6 hours later. Yeah, I sort of forgot that push-ups are easier than pull-ups in about set 15. But at least I had plenty of time to perfect my interset dance moves. Not much of an update needed on Stronglifts this week, but I took this chance one on light weights to throw in some front squats. Back squats focus mainly on the posterior chain, in other words the back profile of your body, so that's your hamstrings and your glutes, etc. Whereas front squats put focus on the anterior chain, so shift focus to your quads and abs a lot more. Next week onwards, each episode is going to have a clear theme, which I'm going to talk through from my experience and my research. And next week's episode is all to do with preventing and fixing muscular imbalances, a topic that's at the back of every lifting bro's poor, insecure mind. So front squats will come into the mix there too. A tip for military press, especially once you get close to your normal training weight, stretch your shoulders out beforehand. I am going to sound like a broken record by the end of the year, but I've put a link in the description to Ido Portal's shoulder range of motion routine, which I've been using to this effect, and please make sure you use it too. Instead of a training snapshot this week, I just want to show you 2 conditioning exercises that I would highly recommend and why I do them. The first is scapular push-ups. Notice my arms are straight the whole time and I'm just pushing between retracted or slouched shoulder blades and protracted or rounded like an angry cat. The reason that scapular strength is so important is that pretty much all of the big skills in calisthenics use them. Planche, front lever, back lever, pull-ups, one-arm pull-ups all rely on having strong scapulae. So why would you skip this out? The weeks so far have taught me that I really need to do more of these, so here's that learning free of charge. Second conditioning exercise is called shoulder dislocates. Sounds horrible, but if you ever intend to dabble in Olympic lifting or overhead squats, having good shoulder flexibility, unlike me, is essentially a prerequisite. And you can do these with just about anything. Find a towel or a broom handle and you are golden. Just try not to look like the troll out of Harry Potter when you do them though. That's it for this week, guys. I hope that you found this informative, and even more so that this has given you a bit of structure and maybe even some inspiration to start your pull-up training. If you found this episode useful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below if you want to listen out for next week's episode on fixing muscular imbalances, with a bit of Ninja Warrior stuff thrown in for good measure. Peace. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Right, today I'm gonna... Oh my god. Why is this so bloody difficult?